Hey guys, this is Nefarious411 and welcome to episode 63 of my modded survival series. Last episode we were able to basically automate this little guy. You can see that I have dropped down the size of it considerably. The item transfer node, I raised up one. That way we can still see the water, but we didn't have the 3 blocks of water that it had to fall through. This is working out pretty well. If I were to right click on this and go to the Fluix crystals, start one off, it drops it in there. Even though it looked like it came out, that was kind of weird. It just stayed in there. And if we were to come in here, you can see that the Fluix crystal is right there, and everybody is happy. So this is working out pretty well. I did clean up the area quite a bit. Down here, I carved out a little bit more so that I had some playroom for my next project, and this is to automate the creation of the Fluix seeds. And if you recall, there are 3 types of pure crystals. There's the pure Certus quartz, the pure Fluix crystal, as well as the pure nether quartz crystal. And I do not know what this one's actually used for. Annihilation core. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Yeah, that's the only one that's used for. Light detecting fixture, yeah, not a lot, so we'll probably won't see that too often. But let me go ahead and try a couple of things with this build. I went ahead and placed the crystal growth accelerators down here. Don't have any cables running to it. If you remember, it uses power for this. And it's basically going to do something similar to this one with dropping items into it. This one we could probably do something similar. Yeah, I might be able to do something similar. Let me grab the thickened glass. And we can do this, even though the water is going to be 2 blocks high in this particular case. That might be fine. But I do need another transfer node. Ooh, I need this fast because my drives are filling up quickly. Because my quarry is still running fairly quickly. And I am filling up very fast. Alright, so item transfer node. Got 3 of those in there already. Filter. Need one of these guys. Thank you. And I should have enough transfer pipes. Speed upgrades. Let me go ahead and grab those. World interaction upgrades. So it's basically the same as what I had before. And I think that might be enough for now. Let me go ahead and pop down here. Throw one of these guys down. Bam. And let's go ahead and well, we can't exactly configure this right now, because I don't think I have any pure. Well, I got this one and this one, so let me go ahead and configure this to use the pure Certus quartz and the nether quartz. There we go. And I'll probably just add the other one as necessary. There we go. Cool. So let me grab that. And now I essentially need to do something very similar as up here. Haven't decided how I'm going to do this. I do need a redstone clock. At least for consistency. I think that would be at least worthwhile. Clock. Let me just do it that way. There we go. Need a redstone torch. Awesome. Alright, and what was this one? This is the item dropper from Open Blocks, so I want something the same. I know that there's others. I did some looking, and there are like Britannia ones and stuff like that. I might change these out to a different type of dropper because I believe these only drop one item at a time per redstone pulse. Won't be a problem with the seeds, maybe. Didn't even think of that as a an issue. How many does this drop at a time? If I were to put that in there, yeah, it's only dropping one at a time. Kind of want something a little bit more than that. Ooh, that is not good. What about a normal dropper, like a Minecraft dropper? I do not recall the mechanics on this one. That one's inexpensive, so that's fine. Can you even go up like that? Nope. I am not going to listen to that crap all the time. I can tell you that right now. That would make me go insane. What other kinds of droppers do we have? I guess Britannia. Crate. I think it's called a crate. An open crate. Let's try this one real quick. Didn't want to use something different. I might end up creating two of these, but we'll see. And it's like upside down pants. No. Oh, living wood planks. This is living wood. Didn't realize that you could make planks. Alright. Alright, let's try this out. Let's see where this takes us. Ooh. Cool. Will this allow me to drop more than one item? Oh, this one doesn't have a user interface. I guess we can pipe into the back. So let's say that I have a chest as my buffer. Where is that? There we go. Probably get rid of that. Chest. Regular chest is probably fine. There we go. And I need some item conduit, so I'll probably need some speed upgrades on this. We'll just have to see how it goes. So if I drop 10, well, it's definitely faster. Do I even need the clock? Do I have anything more than 10? About 10 or 11. Does it just drop 4 at a time? I mean, even then, it's still quite a bit faster. That might be acceptable. Alright. I might actually switch this one later, but for now, let's just try to concentrate on our current build at hand. I'm just going to get rid of these for now. I do not use those. There we go. Alright. Next step is probably to get that ME interface going and some wire to it, because I will need one of those. That was weird. And some cable. Thought I had cable on me. I have 14. That might be enough. Of course, this is going to maybe be right there. That could work. Yeah, that'll work. And you, bam. That'll work. And this should be connected to the network. It is. That is very nice. And you, I need seeds to pure. Alright, so seeds, I should already have the recipe for these, and I do. So one seed, I think, is for a pure. There we go. Bam. I'm going to create a few more patterns, just so that I have them on hand, because I seem to be using these quite a bit. Alright, so if I come over here and put this pattern in, that might work. So pure. Nice. Drop the seed. Sweet. Alright, let me pick that seed up. I do need to cancel that. Wherever that's at. Cancel. Thank you. That way, that will actually work, and that's going to be nice. Alright, so, by itself, we could just put water in here, and it'll work. The items won't despawn, which is very nice, but obviously we want to use the growth accelerators to make it quite a bit faster. We don't want it to take 10 minutes or so. So, in order to do that, there are a couple of options. And I think I might go with a comparator. Since we are using a chest, we can use a comparator on a chest and see if there's any items on it. So let me do a redstone comparator. There we go. I think this will work. That's not right. Can you work? There we go. Alright, I am just playing by ear on this. I do not know if this is going to work. Probably wasting my time. But if I were to throw an item in there, it does emit a signal. Did that actually work though? Let me turn off my night vision real quick. Couldn't tell if that was actually on. You would think so. That's Project Red. That's Project Red. Maybe a redstone lamp. That could help identify whether or not this is turning on. There we go. Bam. Okay, that is turning on. It just doesn't look like that's turning on at all. Alright, so, with that said, we essentially want power to these just temporarily. I do need to move this down one so that I can get power to that guy. Might as well make this a little bit better looking. And we don't really need to tie into the network because obviously the growth accelerators don't actually take up channels. So here we probably want, what's that called? It's a, my mind went blank, toggle bus. I think a toggle bus is what we need for toggling the power on and off on this guy. But we probably also need one of those quartz fibers. There we go. Similar to what we did over here, just to power it. And just see, how does this work? If I put that there, yeah, that's probably weird. There we go. What does that do? I'm not exactly sure what that does. Well, obviously, it's not connected. Probably don't actually need that quartz fiber there. But let me go ahead and grab a lever. Do that. And it turns on. Okay. Flip it again and it turns off. Okay, so this does toggle the power. If I turn this back on, we should still be at like 3 channels, and we are, so that is good. Even if it were on the same network, I don't think it'll actually do anything. So technically, I think I can just remove that quartz guy. Did I get it? Yeah. Turn that off. And we're good again. Nice. Okay. This'll work. This'll work. All right. So let me cover that up. So what I want to do now, obviously I don't want to do this with a switch, because if I'm requesting it, I don't want to stand here. I don't even have to go in that room, because most of the time I'm going to be wearing my magnet, and that'll probably mess with the system anyways. So what I want to do is probably create a state cell. Oh, I already got one. Nice. A state cell allows me to basically hold a redstone signal for a given amount of time. So let me just double check this. I put my redstone lamp back, and that's the input and the output right there. There we go. If I were to put in a single item, it pulses it long enough. No, that's a state cell, is that right? Project red. Is it state cell? That might not be a state cell. What's the other thing that I could do? Is it a timer? This might actually be it, but for some reason I'm not thinking that this is right, because that did not behave the way that I was expecting. So let me do 4. Pop a single item in there. Did that even do anything? Pop a single item in there. Okay, so there's 2 outputs. It looks like the right output is the one that I want, where it stays on the entire time. So if I were to move this guy right there, this will probably behave a little bit more what I was expecting. So put 1 item in there, and it turns on for the duration of that 4 seconds. Yeah, that is good. That is very good. All right, cool. So what we want, though, is not that. Let me grab my screwdriver. Might have to change the location of this, because I don't, yeah, if I need the bottom one, this isn't going to work. So let me maybe right here. Is that going to work, or is that going to be a problem? Because I need this to be input there. This might be a problem. Well, maybe not. Let me go ahead and just try it. See if it'll actually behave. Ooh, how am I going to do that part, though? One thing that I could try is probably with one of these Ender IO. I can probably force a connection there. There we go. And on the top. Yeah, that'll work. Does it actually turn on? And it does, and it turns off. Nice. All right. So now we just have to determine how long it's actually going to take to do this. And I need a bucket. I think I put my buckets away. And why is my AE system doing this? There we go. I do need to figure out why my AE system is flaking out like that. There we go. In this particular case, I probably do need a lever to make sure this stays on. Take my magnet off, and 0%. So now it's just a matter of timing this. So I am going to throw this in there and time it to see when it actually gets pulled out, and that'll essentially be the number of seconds, the timer interval that I'll want to choose. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, it looks like it's about 2 minutes or so. That's actually a lot. So 120 seconds, right? Probably give or take a few. So maybe 10 seconds more probably wouldn't hurt. And that should turn off. No. There we go. Alright, so theoretically, if I were to... Why is that still on? Is that state cell moving? That it is. Okay. Oh, it's because my input. Yeah. Okay, so let me try. What does this do? Does this resets it, right? And looks like it reset it. Alright, so let me go ahead and grab a seed. Seed. Got 11 of them, fortunately. And I should be able just to throw one on. Oops, I left my magnet on. That was a derp on my part. Shouldn't have done that yet. But yeah, it's just a matter of waiting this entire time. Obviously, we don't want to wait for the entire 2 minutes or so. So even if this were to cut off early, the growth accelerators just speed it up. The seeds will still grow and eventually get sucked out, so I'm not too worried about it if these growth accelerators turn off a little bit early. But I do want to make sure that there's at least a certain number of these seeds, or not the seeds, but the pure crystals in the system. So let's go ahead and do that. I guess we can just close this off for now. Doesn't look like we're going to need it anymore. So let me close off a few of these things. Nice. I'm hoping that works. Wait, did it already take it? Looks like it may have already taken it. Unless I did. Oh, I did. Yeah, I think going behind was a bad idea. Alright, so let me just throw this seed back in there. Yeah, that was... apparently if you get close enough, you can actually pull it back in. Alright, so I will do that here in a second. What I want to do now is basically make sure that the system stays supplied with a certain number of these crystals. And that, I think I can do it with the exact same ME interface here. So let's say that I always want a stack of each of these. I think if I do this right, how do I do that? Crafting card, I think. Yeah, let me go ahead and craft one of those guys. And come back over here. I should be able to pop this guy into place. And let's say that I have... Oh, not that. Wrong slot. Pure. There we go. I wanted the top slot. This one right here. I did it again. What is wrong with me? The top slot. So if I do that, you can see that it is dumping a lot of these pure crystals in there, or the seeds. So I do not want that to be too many. But I do want it to at least be a full stack. I thought you can raise it, but it's not working. Why isn't it working? Oh, wait. There we go. Full stack. Nice. Stay there. And I'll want to do the same with the other ones. And I think this is working. And I think it's resetting every time a new item goes in here, which is fine because that means that it's going to be 2 minutes. I had to remember 2 minutes after the last one has dropped in, which is exactly what we want. So now it looks like it's working. Nice. I am going to throw this one in there just because. How many are actually in there? Okay, so it did stop. I just wanted to make sure that it was going to stop doing that. So if I look up pure, are they coming in here yet? No, they're not. Ah, it's doing that thing again. Alright, pure. Alright, so let me just make sure that these work. It should. I shouldn't have any issues with it. But it should start pushing them out to this ME interface. So let me wait for it and I'll be back. Yay! You can see that they are actually trickling in right now. So that is a very, very good thing. Nice. Alright, but the biggest problem now is that they are not available in the main system, and that is because they are basically exported out to that interface and not available. So what I want to do is create a storage bus right here. There we go. And once I have a storage bus, I should be able just to hook this guy on to the interface, and anything that is in the interface will be made available to the system. Let me just make sure that it has a channel, and it does. So now if I look in here, I should have 111. That was a weird number. Was that really 111? I think I messed up something there. So 47 right there. Is that not what I wanted to do? Because if I were to put that back in there, it is going to be there, okay? Oh, why do you do this to me? Pure. 79. Pure. Down to 15. And it is dropping more seeds now because it needs to keep up with the demand. Since I have 15 left, that means that the crafting should be creating, scheduled for 48, so it is creating 48 seeds. Scheduled 35. Okay, yeah. It is trying to make up the difference with crafting the seeds, and that is a very good thing. But it does look like I have quite a bit of the pure Certus quartz now, which I could probably cancel this stuff. Yeah, cancel that. That way it doesn't drop any more seeds. Okay. So I think this is essentially a completed build. I will need to do the same with the pure Fluix crystal, and that should be fairly simple. Fluix. So let me go ahead and craft a seed. So just a seed. There we go. 1 seed is equal to 2 pure. Nice. Come over here. Pop this recipe right there. And I should be able to request a pure Fluix, and it would do the same thing. Pure Fluix. Let me just ask for 10. Start. And it's dropping the seeds in there, and that is very nice. And this filter down here already has the filter for pure Fluix crystal, so that will work. And nice. So now it's just a matter of getting the exact same thing over here, just to make sure that it maintains... Why is it doing that? Not you. I want the pure Fluix. Let me just do that for now. Does that work? Yeah, that works. Nice. Alright. Well, why does it keep dropping in the pure Certus quartz? That's kind of weird. Maybe it's because of the storage bus. Oh, wait. That's because it is grabbing it. That's right. It is grabbing it with the with this little guy and pumping it directly into the same interface. So that's why I keep seeing those flash. It's because it's actually from the crafted ones over here. Alright, cool. So that will work. And I think our job here is done. Still need the nether quartz, but I think that is so infrequent. I may not even have to worry about that. I don't even remember the last time I created one of the pure nether quartz. But yeah, I think this will work. I don't think there's really anything left on this particular build. I might clean it up a little bit, especially down here. This is more of a backstage area, so I'm not really worried about it. Obviously, this room will need to be cleaned up, so let me go ahead and do that in between episodes. But I do believe I have hit that wrapping up point. This is going to work out pretty well. It is going to keep a good supply, full stack of all of these pure crystals for me. That way I don't have to wait the 2 minutes whenever I need them to craft. But go ahead and stay tuned for the next episode, because there are still more applied energistics automation to be done. If you could rate the video down below, it'd be greatly appreciated. And also, if you like the series, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But for now, this is goodbye.